I'm a game changer. 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 I'm a game changer.
What is up, Shady Sports Network? I'm here with you on this Thursday night with a historic interview in network history. The first current NFL draft player, Mr. Christian Arrambide. Christian, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm blessed. It's pronounced Christian Arrambide. I got
Oh,
you.
okay, yeah.
It's always hard. Everybody always messes up. Always.
But getting right into it, man. I mean, this season, well, overall in your career, I was looking right. 41 touchdowns, 31 interceptions.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, that stands out to me that you like to push the ball down the field.
Yeah.
At cost. When you look at your interception number, do you think it's because of the system you played in, or what do you think caused the turnovers?
I would say it started off with I've had four head coaches and 5 different OCs. So there's always been a way of not having full trust, full hands-on in the system, but also just trusting my receivers. As a quarterback, we're supposed to trust our receivers when they say, "Hey, I'm gonna go get that ball. It's my ball." I always believed in, if you believe in your players, they're gonna believe in you. So I always try to give them a chance. And then, like you said, I like to take the deep shots. Sometimes I always get carried away because we're always in every single team I played in. Once we get in a roll, taking our deep shots, we majority of the time we've always got them. So I think it's just been a mixture of everything, and then just growing up as a quarterback, taking the knowing when and how to take the chances. So it's just continually mature at the quarterback position.
Without a doubt. And so, what really stands out to me is 4 different head coaches in the age of the transfer portal. I mean, a lot of guys would have just left after the first head coach. Why did you stay for so long?
So actually, I started off at Bethel University over there, Wisconsin. We had Coach Brent Dearman, loved him. Coach Mike Jasper, loved him as well. But we had to take a turn. Had to go to Kentucky Wesleyan. Craig Yeast was our head coach when I first got here. Then Coach Tyrone Young. We built a bond from the following year when he became the head coach. That was last year. And then this year, he gave me full reins of the whole offense. And it led us to more wins in Kentucky Wesleyan history than it's been in the past. So it's been a blessing, for real.
And what I've heard about Tyrone Young, I haven't heard anything but great things. His leadership, how young he is, how he's willing to build a culture similar to Dion. Do you think that with having him as a coach, does it give you freedom to kind of live your personality fully?
Yeah, he started off by just allowing me to be me. Last year he allowed me to be me, and then he's learning to and continuing to learn how to handle each player individually. I mean, as a young coach, you're trying to still find your way, still trying to find your leadership style, and I feel like I know he's a player's coach. So he's trying to figure out where he needs to be the player's coach and then be the stern leader that he is. But I would say this year we put a more focus on our faith, for real. We had Bible study with me and my fellow teammates. Was called praying before and after practice, praying on the road trips, just making an impact on literally the hotel managers that were supporting us, like giving us our food. They'll come up to Coach Young, tell him, "Hey, we love your players. We love what y'all are doing. Continue." And then shout out Miss Jody from when we went to go play Finley. She came down hours to come see a home game. That's insane. So what we're doing here at Kentucky Wesleyan is going to continue to grow. So I'm always going to have that Panther pride in me. So
I love that you're out there spreading the Lord. It's important for everyone to have that in their lives to be successful. Your
Mm.
personality overall, if I had to describe you by looking at your Instagram, you're a combination of Jack Harlow and Lamar Jackson. So, how did you get that drip? Where did that style come from?
I would just say it's the Memphis in me for real. I grew up around people that like to dress. I've always had my own sense of style for real. Uh, yeah, I like to look at other people's style and then add it to mine. Um, I've always been like a more of like a debonair type of style, but that to get suits like that, you gotta have a little bit more money, and it's a little hard being a college student. But if I had to choose a style to dress almost daily, would be suit and tie, nice dress pants, nice dress shoes, keep it suave, keep it clean, and then on the occasion just throw on some bricks or Air Force Ones. We call it bricks, but Air Force Ones, all white Air Force Ones, and then call it a day. White tee, some jeans, throw on a nice little jacket or something, layer it up. I just like to switch it up from time to time. I feel like everybody's style is creative. I love the way how people can express their style or their personality through clothes. So that's always cool.
I find that so awesome that you kind of embrace your own brand and your own style. So, speaking of style and brand, do you have any NIL deals currently?
I do not. I do not. I would like to shout out the brand that I always continue to rock when I'm back home in Memphis is Fast Break. He has his own website. He's also my quarterback trainer. So if y'all would tap into him, he'll get you right. The drip never fails. Drip never fails, and he's always coming out with something exclusive, something new. So unique stuff.
Without a doubt. And so, my next question was going to be about growing up in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee is the hustle environment of the country. You have to have tough skin to be able to grow up there and really understand how that process works. My question is, what have you been doing since a young age to kind of separate yourselves from your ops?
I would say really my parents, my mom and dad. I mean, they separated when I was at a young age, but they've always had a good hold on me. I always like to listen to them for the most part. They've always kept me in sports, always kept me involved with my friends and my friends' family. They owe it. I would just say I'm just blessed with a lot of people that love me, care for me, want to see me thrive and prosper. They want to see my endeavors continue to grow, and then God's just been a blessing to me, just keeping me out of the way of anything that's harmful for real. I've been in a couple situations, but nothing to where that it would have been harmful to me. My dad always told me, hey, once it gets 10 o'clock, 10:30, you need to start thinking about heading home. So I still try to stick to that rule for the most part.
That's super important. Going to bed early, kind of staying away from the outside noise, focusing on your craft. How do
Yeah.
you stay locked in on your craft as a college student?
You really got to have a decent amount of time management for real. I would say no. As a college student, get your schedule. See where your coach is already gonna have your lifts in for you and set in time, your practice set in time. But where you get your elevation, your growth for your team is outside of those times. So just try to figure out if you got to wake up early in the morning, 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning to do something. You're just gonna have to sacrifice that sleep. Yeah, you're gonna have to go to bed earlier, but if you want to get to the next level, you got to make the right sacrifices, the right choices for the betterment of yourself and for the betterment of the team. Make sure your goals are team oriented, because when you set those goals team oriented, it's going to make your goals thrive. You're going to shoot them through the roof.
That's a straight facts, man. You're dropping bars for real. I definitely agree with you on that. So you have a big process coming up. I would say it's the biggest process of your life, the NFL draft. That's huge. Ton of workouts, ton of meetings with different scouts. How do you anticipate that whole process kind of shaking out?
I don't know. I've always been somebody who goes with the wind. I would say I let things come to me for the most part. I feel like I'm prepared for all stages of the draft process, interviews, board work, combine drills. I still think I still got to grow on my 40 time. That's not where I want it particularly, so I could raise my level of expectation. On the field throwing, I know I can make any throw, any drop back. I can make it. Run reads, zone reads, RPOs. I've been in multiple playbooks, multiple mindsets of how things want to be played out, and I've been successful at being the starter each playbook, each time that I've been dealt with different situations. So I feel like any team that gets me, you're gonna get somebody that's willing to adapt and able to adapt to any situation, any circumstance.
I was watching a film today, and the second clip on the film, man, that got me gassed up. You stepping up in the pocket and firing a 50-yard dime downfield. When I look at that, I think elite footwork. Where did you develop your footwork? And I'm assuming that's something that you developed at a young age.
I would just say sliding and stuff, that probably came from my baseball background, playing shortstop. But like I would say I've just always been pretty good at just feeling the pocket, knowing when somebody's going to come hit me. I just feel like that. I feel like that's one of the things that separates me as a quarterback. I'm always good at manipulating the pocket, maneuvering in the pocket in the little small spaces. And then I would say like ladder work. I always do little ladder work. You might see receivers doing crazy footwork, ladder work. I mean, I like to hop in with them, show them, hey, I can do it too, you know. And then just having fun with your training too. Like sometimes we play toss them up, knock them up, where you throw the ball up in the air, you let it bounce around, and you got two end zones, and you're gonna try to make it. And somebody tries to tackle you or two-hand touch you. So just any way you can work on your craft, just sticking and moving, working on your blind spot, small things like that is gonna better your pocket presence.
My next question for you is, coming from Memphis, who are some of your biggest influences in terms of city icons?
City icons? City icons. I would say most definitely Young Dolph, R.I.P. Young Dolph. Justin Timberlake always shows us love in the city. There's not really a lot of people that we were able to look up to for real in a positive light, or that the outside world sees as a positive light. There's a lot of people that have touched my heart through high school for real. My influences in high school, my father, my trainer from Fast Break, Coach Greg, my weight room trainer, Raheem Shabazz. They've always had a positive light on me. And then when growing up, like I said, in high school, my coaches were Omega Men, Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. So they showed me that you got to get out of yourself to uplift others. You got to reach. While you're reaching, you got to climb. You got to reach to climb, as we would say. So reach the people around you to elevate yourself.
That's really important. I totally understand what you're saying about reaching and climbing, step by step. And this whole process for you is kind of step by step, it's important. Kind of take it. Have you thought if the NFL somehow doesn't work out, what's your next steps? Are you open to playing arena football and European football?
I'm open to any type of football. Arena football, XFL, USFL, CFL, NFL. I'm open to it all. The plan is the journey. Not the plan. I know my journey is going to be different for anybody else. I'm a D2 quarterback that's trying to make it. So my journey isn't going to be like I would say Daniel's at LSU. I don't got the same spotlight. I'm not on ESPN every Saturday, So our journey as D2 players, we know is way different from others, and we're willing to accept that. I'm willing to accept that.
And I think a lot of people don't realize the gap between D2 and D1 is not big at all. What do you think the gap is between the two divisions?
I would say just the O-line and D-line for real. You're gonna have those hit or miss guys that are overlooked, but even the small guys that we got at O-line or D-line, there's some dogs too. Don't sleep on them. They know how to ball. They got that scholarship for a reason. They got paid for a reason. So I would just say that's pretty much it. O-line and D-line, you always got your dogs at receivers. You always got your dogs at DBs. We had two come out my first year here. Two come out, Keyshawn Walker and Cedric Kirk. They're still having their aspirations of NFL, USFL, XFL. They're still playing ball. So D2 has them dogs for real at every position. You just got to make if you playing and you get your film out there, they're gonna find you.
I mean, Tyreek Hill, Aaron Rodgers, all non-D1 guys. So, you can be successful wherever you come from. You just got to be willing to put the commitment and work in to get to that next level.
Right.
When you look at yourself right now, you just had your finals. You mentioned that a couple days ago to me. How did those go, and what are you looking to do outside of football?
Now that my finals are done, I'm looking to go back home, start training, get ready for my pro days, and then just find ways to impact my community. Christmas is coming up. Hopefully I can team up with one of my buddies, Big Baby. He plays at Memphis running back. He's having a toy drive over there. So any way I can help giving him the shout out, the praise that he needs. Anybody from Memphis watching, look up Big Baby on Instagram. He's having a toy drive. Please help him out. Keep showing the kids love in Memphis. We know we need help out there, and then just helping out with the church at Faith Heritage Church in Memphis. We always have Wednesdays. I believe it's Wednesdays. We always have a food drive out there. If you can, stop by, bring your card, and we'll help you out.
Well, my final question for you, Christian, I really appreciate your time tonight, is you look at your life right now, you have a lot of things going on. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years, and how do you plan to make a constant impact on the youth?
I would say next 3 to 5 years, I want to keep God at the main pinnacle. I want him to keep him at the top of the pyramid for real. He's blessed me with my journey. My journey, like I posted, it's hard, but it was fair. My journey was meant for me. He put my story out there. I just had to make sure I was walking on the right path with it. When I was younger, I veered off from the path, most definitely. But once you know that God was doing them things, putting you through them challenges, and you hone in on him and you accept his grace, his mercy, he's gonna lead you where you need to go. So as long as I keep him right there, he's gonna put me in the right situations. Like I'm on an interview with you, man. That's a blessing. I mean, I've only done a few of these, and you gave me the opportunity to come on here. Then I want to make sure I'm playing pro ball, whether any level, like you said, NFL, CFL, USFL, XFL, overseas, Arena League, IFL. I'm open to it all. I just want to play ball, make an impact on any team that I can be a part of, and make sure I make an impact in that community. Spread God's love,
No doubt. Appreciate the kind words. Well, to any scout, GMs, coaches watching, my one message to you is, I watch a lot of film. I watch film every single day. This guy's a cold-blooded killer, with a great attitude, and you have a bright future ahead of you. You deserve to be a day one starter for a lot of teams, just how calm you are and what you bring to the table. So I wish you the best of luck, and I look forward to continuing to follow your journey.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you for having me.
No problem.